Hi, my name's Rich, and I am week 25 of post-op. So a lot has happened here in the last several weeks, I guess, from the last time I posted. I've got about another 2 weeks of physical therapy left. For the most part, I'm pain-free. I got good range of motion, but I have complained constantly about that there's something wrong. I just couldn't figure out, I couldn't. No one had an answer. So finally, the doctor decided to do an MRI on me, and it turns out that one of my three tendons that were repaired, one of them tore. Uh, it was I'm sure I'm blowing this pronunciation. It's the supraspinatus, I guess it is. So it's affecting my ability to have any kind of strength above my waist. Actually, above this point here. That I can feel that right up in here and in the arm. Um, I can throw my arm up there. I can get my arm up there with any kind of strength. Though I can't do that. I've noticed that going up slowly. This is about it. That's about it. So very disappointing, and considering how hard I worked to try to get back into shape and all that stuff. It's been a long journey, and there's been some ups and downs, obviously, and after going roughly half a year of this, and actually, when you think about it, it was longer than that because I actually tore my rotator cuff in January of 2021, and so I had to wait 3 months until the end of March 30th in order to have the operation because going through all the prerequisites of physicals and the X-rays and the MRIs and making doctor appointments and getting approved and all that kind of stuff. Then on top of that, I was in the middle of getting COVID shots, and they wanted to wait until I was all done with my 2 COVID shots. So it took me until March 30th to get the operation, and the beginning of it was brutal. Sleeping wise, I had to sleep in the recliner. The recliner that's behind me. I got to the point where I hated it. I did that for about I guess maybe 3 weeks, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And I wound up moving into bed, and through time, it's gotten fine. I can sleep on either side of my shoulders. I can sleep on the arm that had the operation. I can sleep on that. I can sleep on the other one without any kind of discomfort. So those kind of things. But for the most part, I can function fine. But going above my waist, basically, I have limitations. Now, unfortunately, it's my dominant arm. It's my right arm. So I have to change the way I do certain things. Yesterday, for instance, I was putting in a new some door jamb in my garage in my back door, and I had to stand on a ladder in order to drill straight ahead because it was a high spot. So I've learned that I've got to adapt now. I talked to the doctor, said that he didn't feel that it would be worth to my benefit to have another operation to repair that. He told me that the chances of right up from the get-go, my chances of having a successful rotator cuff repair was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40%. So I was already against the 8 ball to begin with on that particular tendon. It was pretty bad. From what he tells me, it was a pretty bad tear. I know somebody that happened to be a nurse practitioner, I guess it is, or whatever they call them, and she happened to be in the operating room with the doctor and assisting him, and so she knew. She told me that it was pretty bad, but he didn't tell me that my odds of having a successful operation were in the 30-40%. He said that in the beginning that he would try to do it arthroscopically, and the arthroscopic portion of it went okay. He said if he couldn't do it arthroscopically, he was going to have to open me up, which he didn't have to do. Although I did have a, what do you call it, a suture abscess, super abscess, a sculpture or a suture abscess. And it wasn't infected. It was just had to be drained. It turned into it almost looked like it was like a big pimple, you know. And so he lanced it and it drained for about another 3 or 4 days, and it was fine. So I got a scar on there where that is. Other than that, you know, you would never know that I had an operation. You know, the other option was to do a replacement. If he found out when he went in to do the operation, found out that he couldn't repair it, he was going to close me up and then offer me a replacement operation. So we did the arthroscopically, and obviously it didn't work out. So although I think that having two of them fully repaired is a positive, and that's the way I look at it. You know, I do have a little bit of discomfort right in here. He said that he could give me a cortisone shot for that. My physical therapist thinks it's just tendonitis. I kind of suspect that it's probably something like that too. I'm not really sure where the supraspinatus goes, how it runs in the shoulder, but I think it runs kind of like through the bottom here and out to the side. I think that's how it runs. So it may be part of that. That may be part of the problem. I don't know. I've got about 2 more weeks of physical therapy, and then I'm on my own. I'm doing physical therapy every single day at home. I've got my routine down. Every morning I get up in the morning. I'm up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. I'm going down to the boardwalk and down the beach. And I walk the boardwalk, get it 3 miles in, and I come home and I do my physical therapy routine. And it takes me about maybe 40 minutes to go through the whole routine. A lot of stretching, weight lifting. I'm doing up to like 8 pounds in certain operations, certain exercises, and others, you know, like it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds. Not 4 pounds, because I can't find a weight, you know, dumbbell for 4 pounds. I find a 3, a 5, 6, 7, I couldn't find a 5. No, I got a 5. Couldn't find a 6. No, I got a 6. I couldn't find a 7. I got an 8, and I got a 10. I couldn't find the other ones in between. So I'm still on a hunt for those guys. And I figured that I will continue with my physical therapy until the end of the year. Now, what they've told me is that if I continue doing the weights and doing my physical therapy at home, the other muscles should compensate for my supraspinatus or whatever, and should compensate for that tear. I'm hoping that's the case. I suspect that I probably never have that strength in that above my waist again. You know, I can do things like, just barely do things like, I can bring a coffee cup and put it in the microwave, but I mean, I'm like almost on my toes to get there, you know, something like this. I can do that. However, it's not a normal thing. It's not a normal coffee cup type thing, you know. So there are things that I got to do to compensate. You know, I was a pretty active guy. I'm 71 years old now. I just had my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was pretty active. I was bowling 3 days a week, golfing, like I said, walking every day. You know, bike riding, all that kind of stuff. I was a very, very active guy. Working around, did a lot of workshop stuff, woodworking in the garage. You know, a lot of stuff. You know, I was gonna modify our bathroom, or redo our bathroom. I couldn't do it. I had to hire somebody to do that. He just finished it up last week. So I'm back into my room again. This is my my office area here, and you can see some of You see I'm a Jets and Mets fan over here, but anyhow, um, so it was, I forget where I was going with this, but you know, the pain and my range of motion and everything else is okay. Now he did say that if it looked like I really felt like I needed to do some more, we could talk about doing a replacement next year or 6 months down the road, or if I had some more pain or something like that. He said that we could do a replacement. That was the only thing that he would suggest. We go for another MRI, stuff like that. I got some other things going on. You know, I got a torn meniscus in my knee, which is that's something I'm probably going to take care of. Go back to him after the holidays and see what I can do about that. I did ask him about bowling and golf. He says you're free to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you can do, go ahead and do it. So I'm back to bowling again. He suggested I go down from a 14-pound ball to something lighter, so I'm using a 12-pound ball, which seems to be working all right. You know, I'm not really complaining about it. My scores aren't as high as they were, and maybe they'll just come back in time. It's not. I know the difference between. I know what a 18-pound, 14-pound versus a 12-pound ball can do to the pins. Obviously, I'm not going to have the mix that I had with the other ball, but you know, it is what it is. So that's where I'm at right now. It's disappointing that I have this torn rotator cuff still. My physical therapist, I'm going, like I said, I'm going to go continue for 2 more weeks till the end of September, and then I'm going to do everything on my own. But you know, it's life isn't all that difficult. It isn't all that bad. You know, I still can do things, and you know, I can't paint trim, stuff like that. You know, I said to my wife, I guess I'm a retired painter. I can't paint anymore. Not that that's my profession. My profession was an office manager. So, but you know, that was something I always did. I always painted, and I always found it a relaxing thing to do. And so, you know, I don't know. We'll just have to deal with it. In fact, the guy that just did my bathroom is I asked him to give me a quote on one of the family rooms painting it. So, you know, that's my life today. That's my life. That's the way it's going to have to deal. That's what I got to do. So my life will change a little bit, at least until we find out what's going on with the shoulder replacement. I understand that it's not quite as I guess I could say flexible as a normal arm would be. You know, that was completely repaired. Those guys, everybody out there that's gone through three tears and have successfully completed the whole thing and are happy with it. God bless you. You know, I think that's great. Didn't work for me, and but 2 of them did, and that's a plus. You know, at least I'm not sitting around in pain all the time. I'm not taking any aspirin, no Tylenol, no Aleve. Not for that anyhow. If anything, I take it for is for my my knee. But so anyhow, maybe what I'll do is sometime down the road, I'll give you an idea of what I'm doing as far as my exercises are. And see where my progress is, if there is any. I still think I'm making progress in some things. So anyhow, that's about it. And you know, that's it until next time I do it. I don't know when I'm going to do this again. Might be sometime down the road. So good luck to everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.